I meet my love, where I meet my love. When we meet ourselves, come and hear a story of joy. Couples hang out to love one thing. We didn't get there now already, as you can see. And this wonderful couple, they are celebrating their 28th wedding anniversary. Now I say, 20 years. We must hear their story because a lot of weddings don't crash after 3 months, 2 months, 1 week itself. But 20 years, how they take manager? That's why we are here. And ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, I know who am I not bring? Who am I bring? He's a man of God. But on this show, we know they address them as a pastor and deaconess, husband and wife. Because this couple, this program is for couples. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce our couples of the week, Pastor and Deaconess Emmanuel Babatunde and Deborah Oluwatosin. I don't know whether I will call this name rightly. I don't know. Anu Lokpo. Is it Anu Lokpo? Anu Oluwapo?
Anu Lokpo.
Anu.
Anu Lokpo.
Anu Lokpo. Wow. Anu Lokpo. What's the meaning of that?
That is having things in abundance.
Oh God. Anu Lokpo.
Lokpo.
Anu Lokpo. Oh.
In a Yoruba form. Anu Lokpo.
Oh, wow. Thank you. You are welcome on the show, sir. And mommy, congratulations on your 28th wedding anniversary.
Thank you, sir.
You are looking beautiful. Like say, I just married last week.
Thank you. I'm very good. Thank you, sir.
Sir?
Our husband have been taking care of her.
Can you imagine? Daddy, I like you. Okay, Daddy. Anu Lokpo. Where are you from, sir?
He's from Ekiti State.
Ekiti?
That's Igede. Ekiti, precisely.
Ekiti. Wow. Mommy, go.
I'm from Oyo State.
Oyo State? Daddy, you waka well. From Ekiti to Oyo?
That's how it is. No, not me that waka. I think maybe she's the one. And she's fortunate to have me.
Can you imagine? Today you go hear story, not be sporty. Okay, Daddy, it's been 20 years. 20 years. Let me ask Mommy. Mommy, 20 years now. How has it been, ma?
I thank God it has been well with us, with me, my husband, my children. It's by the grace of God, not by our power, but by the grace of God that make us to pass through so many things, to count 20.
He's still counting.
He's still counting by God's grace. It's by the grace of God.
Wow.
It's by the grace of God. It's not by our power. It's by the grace of God.
By the grace of God. It's only the grace of God that can sustain marriage. And, we are still going to discuss some things, Daddy. There are still other things that sustain marriage. Apart from, I love you, there are still some things. And Mommy said she has gone through a lot. Mommy, you are going to talk. Some of them, you are going to talk because a lot of people are watching. They want to know how manage 20 years. So, Daddy, if the first place you set your eyes on this, your wife, first place, you never start to the talk. First place, where?
That should be when Iju was honored from district to area.
Iju? Okay.
When Iju was upgraded from district to area, that would be the first contact of meeting each other. She's even the one that saw me before I too now try to, yes.
Mommy, is it true?
It's so. I saw him when he's interpreting, and he too saw me. So we saw each other. So and God put.
Okay. Daddy was it the first time?
In Iju area by that time. Okay. We are having revival for the inauguration of Iju area to become area.
Okay.
So we are having revival. So he's the one interpreting. So he's the one interpreting. And it's my own district that is rendering anthem that day. So he's interpreting. I'm sitting there in the choir. We are looking at ourselves. So we are looking at ourselves. After the closure of the prayer, we greet each other. We went away. So continually, we are continuing the revival. So from there, we started talking to each other, and God put.
Daddy, as you dey interpret, wetin dey go through inside your mind? You dey look choir member, and na interpretation you dey do.
No, he's not looking at the choir member per se, but I think it is a divine connection that is trying to radiate. And so that connection is seriously moving. Wow. So, and at a particular junction, the connection now stopped and said, okay, this is the junction I'm waiting for. Okay, you come and see this young man, and you come and see this pretty lady. So, and that was how the whole show started.
Okay, so at what point? Say, okay, mommy, now I see you first. So who talk first?
Don't mind me, Daddy. It was an experience. So because along that line, I was not even having the motive for getting married any longer. As a result of a long relationship, long courtship that broke. So because of that, when I saw, I was looking at, who is she? This. But later, so, and as God will have it, some of my fathers in the Lord then now intervene, trying to persuade that I don't mind him. It's an experience. This is what has happened to him. And that is why he's not really interested in.
Okay, they were telling her.
So as a result of that, that one is trying to calm her down. But later on, first month, second month, third month, nothing. So she said, I'm not interested again. So, but as God will have it, it continues. To the extent that the first time the second time I will be going to meet her at our place of work. That is Alaba, towards Boundary.
Okay.
One of my classmates, a good friend of mine, I normally call him DADA. Okay. She calls him Dada. Okay. Or Okwe. So, and that one, fortunately, is even, let me say, an in-law to her. Because that my friend got married to somebody just like a sister to her from the motherhood, from the paternal side. So, from the maternal side, sorry. So, along the line on that day, the man came to the school and was now shouting, Badokwe, come, I have a visitor, this. And as she was shouting and I was stepping out of the window looking through, my head was giving me another, said, hey, this is this man again. Oh. As he came in, so we started our Erikpa, this, or anything. I said, Tosi, don't worry. If this is the man that you are talking of, be prepared for ministerial assignment. Because he has no escape route. It has been said when we are together in the school, Tosin, that's a replacement for your father. Because the father is an area prophet. And he's even the first area prophet of Iju. So, said, be prepared for ministerial assignment. Don't worry, I sign it. Heaven above sign it. Wow. And we thank God.
So, mommy, coming back to you, ma, did you have it in plan to marry a pastor?
I don't have it in mind, though. Because I know what my father passed through. My father is an area prophet before he got to glory. So I know what he passed through. So I'm trying to avoid it. I don't want to marry. I don't want my husband to be a pastor. But God said no. Even before I know him, before I know my husband, the prophets have been saying that whether I like it or not, I'm going to marry a pastor. Even he's a professor, he's going to become a pastor. So I don't have any choice to abide to the will of God.
Wow. Okay, mommy, how did this man, how did he ask you out?
Alako ni wọ́n o.
Alako abi? Na shakara man.
Na shakara man o. Na shakara man. So along the way, I decided, I said, let this man be going. I don't think I have his power. Let him be going on his own. If you look at him, when he's walking, when he's talking, I say, I don't think I can cope with this man. I don't think, let him go. So I left him. I drive him away. I drove him away. I said, ma, sir, I cannot cope with you.
Okay, what are those things that you saw in him that makes you to say, I don't feel cope?
No, when I'm asking him question, I'm asking him different types of question. You know, in your logo, yes, you are going to be baptized. You must to receive the right hand of fellowship. And I'm asking him all those questions. He say, him baptized, he can never do it in the apostolic church. Receive right hand of fellowship. What are they doing there? He can never receive that thing.
Okay, that time God never call her. God never call you to.
So so I'm asking. I say, okay, tell me the impact you are. What are you doing inside? Is it only this? I don't know. He say, no. He's not taking any impact in the church. He's not having anything. I say, okay, Mr. Ma, me, I'm a pastor daughter. I cannot marry you. Please go your way. God will give you your own wife, and God will give you my own husband. I say, in Yoruba language, let me speak it in Yoruba. He say, honey, má lọ rò dáadáa, má lọ fi ọmọ rogun kó má fi rò dáadáa, fi rò kó rò jóná.
Àti kàwé lo.
Kó rò kó jóná. Mo wá ní, what did this man mean? Kí má lọ fi ọmọ rogun, kí má fi rò dáadáa. I say, Mr. Man, please. I say, Mr. Man, I don't have interest again. Please, excuse me. You are free to go. So we departed for boya 3 months or more than that. Wow. But God said, is this man? I say, what am I going to do? I go into prayer and fasting. Okay. I went to the minister of God. They say I should go and call him. And I started looking for him. So we now went to the pastor. The first thing they threw us into prayer and fasting, 7 days.
The two of you?
2 of us. Jesus. Prayer and fasting for 7 days. Every day we must assemble at the pastor's for prayer. So after the 7 days, the pastor now said we should understand ourselves. That is the will of God for us. That I should understand, let him to understand me. So he now explained everything to me, that it's because of what he has passed through from women. That is why he's behaving like that. So I should not be annoyed. So the journey now started.
Okay, Mommy, what conviction, apart from those parts, did you have personal conviction about him? Like maybe you dream, you see him for your dream, maybe the fetch water help you to carry bucket for dream?
No, it's a revelation. It's a revelation shown to me. Not that I dream, it's a revelation that I should continue. Okay. That I will not regret it, I should continue.
Okay, let me ask, Daddy, what makes you think, like, what makes you conclude that this woman, now your wife, did you see anything?
It is a personal conviction. And as I've said earlier, I lost interest even in getting married or whatever due to the long courtship. And that has been an experience that I normally tell people there is no need of embarking on any long courtship. Mine was about 11 years old. Wow. Courtship.
11 years?
About 11 years.
Your first date or mommy? With mommy?
No.
Your first, the one that broke your heart. 11 years.
So it was around 1990 and late 2020, early 2021, something broke off. And it was that very 2021 that we came in contact with each other. My prayer is, God, I don't need anything or whatever. If she's the better replacement, let it be. And I can see there's something manifesting, because I was not expecting when she came into my life through some of the ministers in that very program. Thank God. While she was asking me the questions, have you been baptized? Baptism. Woman, I'm in the Anglican church. Okay. Don't worry, I will do that. Don't worry, I'm not interested. Right hand of fellowship. So one journey, Jehovah Jireh, a man picking once in a year, no man she. These are some of the questions that I was trying to give to her. Okay. Again. What's your role? How fast are you scriptural? Do you read your Bible daily? I said, don't worry. Every Sunday, I dust my Bible. I go to church. And after that, I come back home. I drop it. This and that. And that. So all this is just a means of, if she's but along the line, I discovered that, okay, the first time I went to her school, she said no, that she's not interested. While I was stepping down, it was a 2 stories building. She's having a classroom. They've been a computer teacher and a classroom for practical and the classwork. While I was stepping down, I look onto I said, God, if she's the replacement, I don't pray for any dream or any, if only she's the replacement you have for me, I'm no longer seeking for her. Let her seek for me.
Wow.
And that was all. And as of September, after Teminko, it manifested.
What did she do? She come.
She was looking for me.
She was looking for you.
Yes. And she wrote a letter seeking for me through one of the person that has worked under our father when the father was at Alagbado before they were transferred. So down to Badagry. So that's what Kafagbami did then. So now pastor and an evangelist. So so that one was even telling her that the person you wanted to marry is even vast than a pastor, than a full-time pastor. So it's very strong than a full-time pastor. Rest your mind. But she did not believe. Why? Because she believed that, okay, maybe it's just a means of trying to cajole her to succumb or this or whatever. Because she too said, no way, no way. But when it manifested, that very September, through that very man or internet, wrote a letter, I said, wow. Okay, then I came to London that day, and we met each other, and thank God, through some of the ministers likewise that have spoken to her, that, like Babode Nero, is it not there or there? So, take care of yourself, don't defile yourself, keep yourself, your husband is coming and is going to be a pastor. The man even told her then that, I was not there while she was telling that. The man said, after 5 years or 10 years of your wedding, your husband must be into full-time ministration. 5 years, it manifested, but I decided that I'm not going. But 10 years, exactly 10 years, we came into the ministry.
Wow. Oh, it's been interesting. Okay, before I go for my last break, let me I asked you one question. I said, how did Baba toast you? How he take toast you? Can you still remember?
I can. It's through one of our father.
He not toast you direct?
No, he did not. No, Baba Dioba. He's a son to Baba Dioba in the spiritual. So Baba now call me that he has a son. That is my son that is interpreting for me. I said, Baba, I don't have time, Jerry. All these men, they are not serious. Baba said, okay, let me call him. So Baba now called him.
The three of you can't gather.
So Baba now said, this is my son. Today, this is my daughter. So Baba now left. He left 2 of us.
Okay.
He's looking at me. If you see the kind of eyes this gentleman look at me that very day, it's like the ground should open and let me in and swallow me. I say, which type of man is this? Look at how he's looking at me. Am I not a woman being? Am I not fine enough? And just look at. So I was sad. And I said, okay, what is your name? Interview. He said, what is your name? I said, my name is Tosin. Tosin what? I said, okay, Dara. Okay. Where is your place? At Alagbado. You know, that day I was annoyed because the way he's talking to me. I say, this man is not serious. What is happening to Baba Dioba? Look at the man that is introducing to me. This man is not serious. He said, where is my working place? My brother, he did not even write it down. He said, where? I say, I explain. He said, okay, who we shall be seeing?
Just like that.
Just like that. Immediately I went to Baba Dioba. I said, Baba, I'm not interested in your son. I'm not interested. He said, Baba said, what happened? I said, if you know the way he's talking to me, he's just asking me, what is your name? What is your name?
Mommy, we'll continue from there because let me just go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue the gist. And because we see the
FC Battle.
Ahaha! FC Battles tún gbé tuntun dé o. Ìrìn àjò sí Jerusalem ọdún yìí á yàtọ̀. Pẹ̀lú bí FC Battles ṣe ní àwọn ètò àrà ọ̀tọ̀ fún gbogbo arìnrìn àjò sílùú mímọ́ Jerusalem. Gbogbo ibi àfiyèsí tí Bíbélì sọ̀rọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ la máa dé o. Bíi Mọ̀ntábọ̀, orí òkè ìpaláradà Jésù, Gálílì. FC Battles yóò tún gbé wa débi tí wọ́n tẹ́ Jésù sí kó tó jíǹde. Yàrá òkè náà ò gbẹ́yìn o. Àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ọjọ́ 5 sí ọjọ́ 12 oṣù kẹfà ọdún yìí nínú àjò sílùú mímọ́ Jerusalem yóò wáyé. Alákòóso ìrìn àjò, arábìnrin Tósìn Amúlùdùn àti àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó kún fún ẹ̀mí mímọ́ láwùjọ ìrìn àjò náà. Àǹfààní wà fún gbogbo arìnrìn àjò láti gbàdúrà ní gbogbo bí àfiyèsí pàtàkì yìí. Ẹ kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára www.fcbattles.com. Ibẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀ ti rí àwọn àlàyé lórí àwọn fọ́ọ̀mù tẹ́ ẹ máa fíìlì àti owó tí kò gani lára tẹ́ ẹ máa san. Fún àlàyé ẹ pè Sister Tósìn lórí ẹ̀rọ +4479 40169648 tàbí Pastor Paul Ogunlade 080 36062689. Ìrìn àjò sí Jerusalem tọdún yìí FC Battles làwa ń bá lọ.
All right, viewers, welcome back from that break. And in case you are just joining us, you don't miss so. But the opportunity that you have now is that by Thursday, 12 noon, you have opportunity to watch the repeat broadcast of this particular episode. And don't forget, if you want to be part of this show, don't hesitate to call our number, or if you want to sponsor this show, because we have a lot of testimonies coming out from people out there, for watching couples hang out. So I am still together with Baba and Mama Anu Lokpo. Anu Lokpo, yeah, Anu Lokpo. We have this plenty. And it's been interesting with them. So you are welcome back. Daddy, you are welcome. Welcome back. So now, Mommy, you were saying something before we go for that break. But let's just, we don't hear say, this man is tough. So at the end of the day, did you finally talk?
We did.
That same day, Abi?
At Olanda Ketu, that's where the blossom.
Okay, Mommy, let's go to your first year in marriage. First year. There are a lot of people that, their first year in marriage is always difficult. So tough. So, your own, Mommy, share your experience.
I thank God for my first year. It's not too tough. It's not tough. It's not that I give God the glory.
Despite your husband, they tough.
It's just like that. Immediately we got married. If you see the way he's pampering me, petting me, I cannot believe it. I say, this man that is talking to me anyhow, as if, I thank God for my first year of wedding. I really enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it. Wow. He's taking care of me.
Can you imagine?
The only way I want to find a little bit difficult is to give birth. I'm thinking I am not pregnant. What happened? First year. But in everything I enjoy, no problem. But I want to, I say, hey, but I was not wayward. What is that? What is disturbing me? Not pregnant. So that is the only thing that is giving me concern. But the remaining one, he's taking care of me.
First year. Okay. Let me, Daddy, your first year. From bachelorhood to now you are married.
We thank God. We started from the scratch. Yes, we started from the scratch. So we started our life just with a set of chairs.
Set of chair.
No set, no nothing. We have our TV placed on the ground. Even during our honeymoon, that was when we check, and some of the gifts given to us collated together. We have a VCD. We went out together. Our wedding was Wednesday and Thursday, when the Apostolic Church was. So we went out together on Monday. So we went out together. We get the VCD. We now place the two together. The television, the VCD, and we started. Thank God, she's working as a teacher husband as a teacher. And for the understanding and the knowledge in which we have, we run a single pause. When our salary comes in, so we sustain for a week or two. My own comes because my own comes in late. Our own comes earlier, anything around 27, 28. She has been paid in her place of work. In my own, it may be on the 7th or on the 9th or on the 10th of the following month. So as a result of that, we are going, and to God be the glory. Wow. To God be the glory.
Okay, what did marriage change in you? Maybe things you've been doing before, but when you got married, then you are not able to do them again.
And there are so many things that marriage changed in me. Normally, I will not say or whatever, I'm a bit rough. Not that I'm dirty, but rough, as a bachelor. And when you are late in bachelorhood or whatever, there are something. You just put your clothes here, you put your clothes here. So as a result of that, when I got married, I think that one changed. Then another thing that she tried to eliminate in my life is my sportsmanship. I like sports, and she did not like sports. So it's another thing. So it's to balance things at that very time, because even that very sport is one of the things I used to as another source of income to me in the family.
Which of the sports?
No, I teach PhD.
Okay.
Generally. So, and in the school, I'm a PhD teacher, though it's not my field, but I developed myself in it, and at the same time, I put myself into some other things that relate to it, that is going for a course on it, and all this, so that at least I can stand anywhere and convince people that this is me. And she too knows. So
Mama no like sports.
She no like sports. She no like sports.
Mommy, what did marriage change in you? Daddy say you no like sports. But okay, let's talk about you.
Marriage changed so many things in my life. In my dressing, I don't care. If I have only one cloth, I prefer to be wearing it, to be washing it. But marriage changed so many things that when you are growing up, you know how to dress, you know how to entice your husband, you know how to take good care of your house. If you are a single, you don't care. Yes. You just do your house and went out. But marriage changed that I should take care of my house, take care of my husband. Let him look good, let me too look good. I dress so that nobody will see that this lady, no. So marriage changed so many things in taking care of my house, in cooking. I don't like going outside to buy food. So because of this marriage, I learned so many dishes. I prepared, not that my husband will be going outside to go and purchase food. So I thank God.
Your husband is from Ekiti. You pan yam?
I pan yam, but I don't have pando. I pan.
Wow. Okay, Daddy, you are a pastor now, sir. And a lot of people will say, love. I want to put this question to you, sir. Is love enough to sustain marriage? Like you are 20 years now.
Thank you very much for that. To me and personally, my view is not on love. My view is maturity. Any man and a woman coming together must develop that notion, is maturity. It is in that maturity that you will give birth to love. It is in that maturity you will give birth to trust. It is in that maturity you give birth to what we call confidence in each other. It is in that maturity you will be able to know your role and responsibility to each other. If you are not matured, you cannot execute all those things. Forget about love. Love is just an icon out of it, just a small unit out of what marriage really entails. It is that very maturity, the word maturity. If you are matured, you will know one thing, that okay, you and this very man or you and this very woman, you are not from the same background. You have received different training. You have gone through these different experiences. And at the same time, your like is not the same thing as his or her own. And likewise, his own is not the same thing as your own. But there are situations whereby you need to come down and try to adopt some things through him or through her. There are situations you need to come down and try to adopt some things through him or through her, so that the two equation can come balance. Twins of the same mother, the same father, born just within a difference of few seconds, few minutes, to a certain extent, we still have a dislike. The man may like this, the other man may say, no, I don't like this. That's of the same womb. Talk less of somebody that you are not from the same background, possibly you are not from the same state, you are not from the same tribe sometimes, and all these things. So, and you are now coming together. You now want to make two parallel lines to form one line. Maturity matters.
Wow. I've learnt. I think my viewers and those that are preparing for marriage, I think you've had our father now. Okay, now, mommy, let's come to challenges in marriage. Challenges. There are some challenges that you must have, passed through. Can you just mention but few?
There is challenges in my own family.
Okay.
There is challenges in my husband's family. No, you cannot. This man did not have money, this and that. Well, even from my own family, there is challenges from my brothers, my sisters, that they are not going to stand by me. Tosi wants to get married. Different talks. They left only my father alone. I'm the fourth child of my father. So there is the challenges that I go through.
You must not marry him because no get money.
And some people are saying it. Some people, they don't even want me to get married. If you are born with a glory, you are going to have so many challenges. Even from my husband family, there is a challenge that I say, Túndé ó fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó, tó ti náà fẹ́ ṣe ìyàwó, owó wo ló ti ní, kí ló gbójúlé.
What do you have that you want to get married?
What do you have? They don't have anything, and they are planning for wedding. What did they have? They don't have anything. It was very tough. Even our wedding, that they will come and they will say sorts of things, different way. But I'm just putting my hope on Jesus. God, you are the one that called this wedding. You are the one that gave me this man. Please take control of everything. You wear different types of things that they will talk to you that will make you to be annoyed that let me cut off this wedding. But I give God the glory that today I'm celebrating 20 years of
wedding anniversary. Can you imagine? Okay, mommy, your wedding day. What happened that day? What we say you know if you forget. Your wedding day. What happened?
That wedding day.
I don't feel already.
Can you believe that it's 4 choir district, different types of district that render anthems. Even they're supposed to be 5. Baba Subitade said, there is not enough time. That 4 is okay. That day, in fact, I can never.
Cannot forget that one. What other?
The other thing is that
You late to go church that day?
No. The only thing that I cannot forget is that my hair. Okay. That day, I don't know what happened. I'm looking for salon. To do my hair, I cannot find salon at Badagry. I cannot, so I only comb it. So that thing make me to lose sight that what happened, that I've been planning all what I want to use. He said, just.
But you forget to make your hair.
So that is the only thing.
Okay, Daddy, your wedding day, you still remember now, 20 years. So what happened that day?
I'm looking at it like.
You are looking at it. Okay, that day, sir. What happened? Some people, they forget their shoe. Forget their suit too.
I thank God because on that day, I have at least 2 of my friends or 3 agitating they want to be the best man. This and that. And all these things. So eventually, I think I have, it's not 3. as a best man.
Three best man?
we we sewed the suit together.
You mean you had 3 best man?
He's only one that stood, that stood behind me, but others they were directly.
Let me say your best man get PA, your PA get secretary.
So they were directly behind me, and as you have said on that day, we thank God. I think we have 3 districts that render anthem, and area making 4. So along the line again, the ministration of late area superintendent then Akinle was highly touching. So, and on that day I was almost getting annoyed, and what annoyed me is when the man was ministering. In short, after that I have comment from other people that indeed this man really prayed before ministering, that very message is a very powerful one, that even during area convention that the man has really depth herself in the Lord to release that very message. So gave 5 prophetic message, and one of it that I was annoyed on that very day is, Baba Kedara, you don't have a male child, but God has given you a male child, and you don't have any property that you are going to give to him. Don't prepare for anything, no nothing. Just get him a new collar and give it to him. In short, on that very day, my eyes changed and my mood changed. What is this man saying? I don't want to be hearing this thing. Yet he's still saying it even on my wedding day. Who sent you message? Who is the one backing you up to send you message? And on that day, to God be the glory, is in record. We have executives, fathers on seats on that day. At least there were about 3. Late Onabanjo, late Baba Ikpen, and one other person. There were about 3 executives.
Now the color we no one collect. Now be this now. See as he white.
Don't mind me.
Hello. Okay, mommy. We're about to round up this segment now. If your husband they angry at all for house,
They angry. Oh.
they angry. Can you imitate if he's angry? Can you? Can you? If Baba they angry, how they be?
Oh, no, if he's not having money. If he's not having money, you go and meet him. Daddy, I want to buy this. Ofe, kilo fera. Lamu. If he don't have money, if you go to him and go and tell him you want to buy something, he will show you. But if he's having money,
Your daughter they here now. So if daddy no get money, we go meet her.
so that is if he's not having money.
Okay, if daddy is angry,
If he's angry, if I've seen his face that he's angry, Emish, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ now? Ṣé torí owó tí mo dẹ̀ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ má bínú, I will just go to him. Oya. I will draw a shot. I say, the Tujuka, so I will just embrace him.
And everything
Finish. And finish. He will say, ṣe ẹ ti mọ̀ mí, inú mi ò kí ń dùn tí n bá lówó tẹ́ bá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi kí n má lè rí fún yín, kò kí ń dùn mọ́ mi nínú. So I will just embrace him. And
you will know sabi you draw your husband chic. Draw and chic now. Daddy, as mommy fine so they smile so she dey angry too. Abi?
Not really. Angry or no, it has.
Mommy no dey get angry.
It has not really been our home. Just within a seconds or 2, the only thing is just to shout on our children. Hey, even by the time they are quaking into the.
But how do you calm your wife now? If your wife, maybe you just realize, your wife no dey happy, just how do you bring her down? I want to know whether pastor dey romantic now. Let's see.
If that one is, forget about that one. I'm even far better than her when it comes to that romantic aspect.
Are you serious?
Far better. She knows now.
Mommy.
That one is not spiritual. That one is not. So let's let that one alone.
I wanted to ask you now. I said it's not all about spiritual.
That one, no. or else that spiritual will not flow. Spirituality will not flow if that romantic is not there. The spirituality is not flow. Don't let us deceive ourselves. Study your scripture very well. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 from verse 3 to 5. Study it very well. Read deeply about it. You know that it will not flow. And she knows when it comes to romantic aspect, it's not only inside alone. Outside also goes about it. Your wedding day, what are you doing to your wife? What are you doing to your husband? At least to arouse the level of that very love. On her birthday, what are you doing for her? To arouse that love. What other thing is, like, if you ask some men now or some women, even to tell you the phone number of the husband or wife without, forget about it. Offhand, they cannot say it. No. So these are some of these things. You are going out, you are coming in, you go out, hey, hello, you come back. There is not, daddy, no. At least that's part of the things that is expected of you as a responsible man, and even as a responsible woman, not only for your husband alone, but for the children. But first, your husband, very, very important. At least within a month, even if it is just 15 naira something or whatever, you just come with it. This, okay, let me give you this, daddy. There is tendency for me to say, hey, this, that. I will not. Don't let me deceive you. Deep down me, I'm blessing her. Because one, I never worked for it and I never instructed her. She has used her initiative. How small it may be, deep down me, it is well appreciated. But when we call it, shaking to Rabonon,
okay, mommy, let me ask you last question before I come up for here. Last question. Daddy say in there more romantic than you. What you don't do when we say if you hear like if you remember like they scatter your head. What did daddy don't do for you?
Is it in form of the romantic or?
Romantic now, romantic. No, you must answer.
He's a romantic man though. You know, I don't used to be annoyed, but the little thing they will just do to me, he will just, I love that thing. He will just come, he hold me from back. From back.
He don't remember me. He's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, viewers, I believe you have learned a lot and you have gained a lot from this episode. Our father, mommy, thank you very much for devoting your time. Daddy, thank you so much. And I pray anybody that want to scatter your marriage, Holy Ghost,
fire.
Oh, I like it. Okay. All right, thank you very much, viewers. Let me take you back to the studio.